So there we go, opening the show with Linkin Park and Numb. This is Real DJ Joker on Facebook and Twitter and across the interweb. Mazanga Von Badman on the other line with me right now. And you are listening on Radio Vendetta, and maybe, just maybe soon, we'll be on RFM UK as well. But apparently the password has been changed and nobody told me. So thanks guys, speak to you all soon.
The selector pull it up and put it for repeat, girl. Me not touch another in my pocket, cause nothing in this world ain't more than what's worth.
I don't need nobody.
You want more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel love.
Make the day just take control.
I don't need nobody.
You want more than diamond, more get out of control. More than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat,
Bring the danger, take control.
I don't need no
More than diamond, more than gold.
as long as I can dance.
We have to get out of control. Fuck with it, girl, fuck with it, girl. Show them it, girl, to the bang bangs. Fuck with it, girl, dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl, to the bang bangs. Fuck with it, girl, fuck with it, girl. Show them it, girl, to the bang bangs. Fuck with it, girl, dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl, to the bang bangs.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
So, you know, John Denver, you don't hear that very often on the on any station these days. He's kind of not there. It's as simple as that. But it's the way that we go. It's the way that we roll. Just what I need to do here.
Need a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here and working at the convenience store. And it's to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and find what we need.
So if you're looking to catch up with us this evening, we are still on the interweb in all of the usual places. Radio Vendetta over on Spreaker. We're on the Facebook Live page. We're also streaming on many different platforms today. And if you want to catch up with us and say hello, there's a link in the video for a Discord chat room. And you can just get in touch with me, Maz, and Maz's cat, who is extremely vocal this evening. And if you're watching on the camera, you'll actually just see that the cat has just said, "Look at my ass." Meow meow ass. That's basically what. Yep, there you go.
My old man's got a problem. Yeah, but the bottle, that's the way it is. He said his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. When mama went off and left him, she wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody's got to take care of him. I quit school, that's what I did. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can find a way? You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, so like I was drunk. Said I say I was, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see you alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary? Where are you now? Under the sea. Under the sea, where are you now? Another dream. The monster's running right inside me. I'm faded. I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded. I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded.
So the hide and seek bootleg of Alan Walker's Faded. It's basically this version. That's how you know, because if it wasn't, it would be something else. We talk about folders, Maz. I have managed to find a folder. I literally just called it Link In, and I thought first of all it may be some sort of professional LinkedIn type thing, but no, it's got some Linkin Park tracks in there, and some other random stuff as well, which is kind of
Link. So it would be Linkin other stuff.
Yeah, like Linkin Park, you know.
Yeah.
Crawling in my skin and feeling numb. That
be lyrical.
Yeah, you know, if you want to get completely, what's the word? Completely technical.
Waxing poetic.
Yes, waxing lyrical. Down on the MIC in the place to be. That kind of thing. What's it? This is a remix by someone as well. Who's this? It's the Oh Sabi Bounce bootleg remix, and it's Black Betty, and it's by Spider Bait.
Wasabi's mashup thing. It's very good. It's a good one.
It's pretty cool. Check this out. I think it's the guitar riff That's my theory. I think it's the guitar riff that makes this work. I think if it didn't have a guitar riff, it would be pants.
Yeah. No, they did a good job on it.
Yeah, no banjos.
Very yeehaw, knee slap kind of.
Yeah, in a square dance kind of way.
Yep.
If you're into a square dance, of course. I'm not down with my square dance genre. So we are now streaming on the DJ Lounge Facebook page as well, over on Facebook. Why? Because it seems like a natural place to stream. Hello, you guys. If you are watching, we know there's a few of you watching out there. Good evening. Anyone in particular, Maz, we need to say hello to?
Yes, I'd like to say hello to the awesome Matzamix and Peter Smith. Thank you for watching, dudes.
Absolutely. And guten Abend. There you go. That's in the native tongue. Speaking of native tongue, as I throw something onto the floor because I'm getting all in a bit of a mess in here now. Did you know we're quite big in France at the moment?
Oh, you just told me that we were big in France.
We are big in France.
That's pretty awesome.
Big in France. I was checking out some statistics, those things. And according to the bar graph over on Spreaker, we had like a crazy amount of downloads in the last week.
Wow.
And the other thing that was really weird, I was just going, where in the world are people downloading? Where does their VPN pretend they're from? And more people
come from France.
are coming from France. So, bonjour, ça va? There you go.
Oui.
I don't think they actually make that noise, but
They do. I've heard them.
I'm not French, and I have no. Well, actually, I was going to say I've got no French friends. I do have a French friend, actually, but I've never heard that person go "oh yeah."
That's because he pretends not to because he's so embarrassed that he's French. This is like the whole thing that's going on. They deny their own Frenchness, their Frenchitude.
No. We are not French at all.
Exactly. Well, we come from Australia.
I want to say to you, good day, mate. Okay. Like that, how on earth do you do a French person doing an Australian accent? It just doesn't work on any level.
Yeah, but it sounds really funny.
It does sound really funny. So if you are listening, do us the biggest favour of sharing. Because sharing is caring, as our friends say. So and Facebook, Twitter, where else are we? Twitch, Skew, someplace.
Twitch, YouTube, and a whole bunch of other places. And we're also running a Discord server chat room for anybody who's interested. I put like the invite in the tag or whatever the names. And we're in there too.
Yeah, absolutely. So no excuses. Go and tell your friends right now, and we'll meet you back up after this track.
beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by string of blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by a string of blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?
So, aptly named Are You With Me by Lost Frequencies. You know, this show's become quite experimental, I think. I think that's the word for us now, as we're an experimental show, aren't we?
Excellent. Yeah, well, we've always been pushing the envelope and pretty much...
If we were postmen, we'd be awesome. Always pushing the envelope. We're just out there, man. Right. We're on a different level. There's like everyone else, and then there's us. You know?
Yep.
That's
the
mine.
real bro-professionals.
Yeah, I like that, professionals.
Professionals,
with
yeah,
my
producer.
With my producer, yeah, Mazanga.
Yeah, I
know. What else can we put? What else can we put in the front of bro instead of the actual word? What else is there?
Almost everything, I think.
Yes. I don't know. So what do we got next? Sucker Punch versus Marilyn Manson. Sweet Dreams, Bambi remix. Because hey, I like this. It's dark and mysterious and yeah.
Everybody's looking for something.
Hey Maz, can you name a DJ that's named after a paint?
Named after a paint? I don't know, but Matzo Mix is named after matzos.
Is he? Well, the DJ I'm thinking of is Matt Black. So Matt Black is also a DJ and also a type of paint. So if you're looking for Matt Black and you type that into the internet, make sure you put DJ in first, otherwise you'll just get some wonderful types of colours. That's a true story. True story.
Hey, it happened to me. Just now.
Just now. He's like, hey, I'm going to type this in.
So let's check at the properties on the broadcast off the Kopimi Radio page.
Having a lot of fun with the technical side this evening. Because something that should have always worked tonight is actually working.
Yeah, true. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's all good. It's kind of funny how we're contrasting on the video feed. Though, isn't it? I've got more of a blue theme, and yours is more of a red theme. Got a kind of fire and ice thing. Yeah. I've just realised where Maximix is. Hello.
Yeah, in that little box.
In that. See, this is when we stream on so many different platforms, you don't know where anyone is.
Well, the whole thing is that's why I'm trying to get into the chat box server on Discord, because it's a separate kind of function. People have that on their telephone. It's really easy to get to, and again, try and get people who are watching on all these different places in one place. At least we could talk to each other.
Yeah. There are many background noises. Yeah, that's just Maz talking. Although my microphone might be a little bit sensitive this evening, to be honest. So apologies if you are picking up my mouse clicks. That might be what you're picking up. I don't know. Should we see? Can you hear my mouse clicks, Maz?
Yeah, well, sometimes, but again, it's kind of funny how I can hear it when we're talking, and when you're on the air, you really don't hear it, and then we have to make an effort to make a lot of noise.
Well, you know what you should do? You should pump it up. That's right. You should pump. You should pump up the music, just like Arrow is in this next track. And he does ask a lot of questions like, "Don't you know? Pump it up." Yeah, so those are the things. So, I don't know. Not got the energy yet. We need to work on this energy bit, don't we? Let's get the energy bit, and then we can stop pushing buttons and enjoy ourselves. How does that sound?
Yeah, how about we call it as beer 30 and we go get us some brew, and then we'll show people again the proper and improper way to drink your beer.
That's a great
idea.
option.
That'll help with the energy.
Yep, so I will take the straw and little umbrella at the top of my beer, and we'll try that.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, 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 don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
To leave. If we met at midnight at the willow tree, are you coming here with me to run by my side so we can be free? Strange things do happen here, it's the time to leave. If we met at midnight at the willow tree, are you coming here with me to run by my side so we can be free? Strange things do happen here, it's the time to leave. We met at midnight on the tree. Are you coming here with me to run by my side so at midnight. Are you coming here with me to run by my side so we can be free? Strange things do happen here. It's the time.
See, Matsamix knows what's down, doesn't he? I mean, there's no doubt there. He knows what's down. He knows.
These are good.
This is actually sung in one of the films that I sometimes watch. Whatever it's the name of the film that comes with it. You know, Little Sparrow.
With the robot.
Little Sparrow. Little Sparrow or something. It's,
it actually reminds me of the movies they had about these android robots with the green eyes or the blue eyes. It was a British series.
Oh, okay.
And then they had a child robot.
Oh,
that looks like a child robot.
Yeah. That's not what we're thinking of.
Well, I'm just saying. Hunger Games, 3 Fingers Sword. No, I don't know that.
It is. There you go. Thank you. I had Mockingjay in my head, but I could not for the life of me remember the name of the film. So there you go. It's actually in the. It's actually in the title of the GIF. or GIF. GIF or GIF. Let's start that debate.
Well, let's start. Go ahead. Come on.
Yeah, that could
say GIF.
Well, you're wrong. So that was easy.
Lucky.
It's a hard G. Everyone knows it's a hard G. Otherwise, it would be spelled with a J, wouldn't it?
No, that's a myth that's been perpetuated. I forget the examples that I give for the J sound, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, what would I know? You know, Joker.
Yeah, that's with a G too, right? One of the soft ones.
I'd be DG Goker.
Like your better days.
Goker in the house. So if you are watching on the Facebook feed, because leave the microphone open for a minute now. Obviously, I have been streaming on RFM UK until this evening, when apparently I'm not. If anyone knows why, please get in touch.
Gee, I wonder.
Oh dear. Some people just don't understand. They just don't understand.
They make up names for who you're not too, and then they prejudge you and they put you in a box and then they say,
yeah, that's
this
right.
is what we want from you. Oh, by the way, do you have an extra hour?
That's what it is. Because I wouldn't give the extra hour, isn't it?
Hey man, that's all that it ever comes down to is what did you give and what didn't you get?
Well, there's a lesson to be learned there somewhere along the line. I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, if you have somebody who makes you empty promises like all the other empty promise makers make, and the song might be a different melody, but the words are strangely familiar, you know? I think you heard this song before 86,000 times, 68,000 million times.
I think it was 64,000 times.
Yeah, not including those in the prison. Those are separate.
I did also hear, as well as being big in France, we are actually big in the torture chambers of America. They use us as kind of, sound terrorism. There are people locked in a room, and it's like you're going to listen to this guy for an hour. And apparently,
it's heavy metal. Listen to these fucking brain dead idiots. Yeah.
And then basically, they come out of the room going, "We'll tell you whatever you want to know." I mean, dates, names, connections.
No more. Please. I thought you Americans were bad. Why can you do this? I will never be the same.
If you think that's bad, if you don't tell us what we want to know, we've got the 4-hour New Year's Eve special.
Yeah, right? The FU special.
Still waiting.
Outrageous.
Maybe the coast will clear. But these voices, these strange noises.
Wow, your cool fast.
Breathe, just let it breathe.
I am in my stomach. Now I'm missing some burnt meat. That would be really good right now.
I had lamb.
I had a marinated turkey burger.
Oh, nice.
Because turkey meat's really good for you.
Yep. turkey meatball.
Nice. Turkey bacon?
No, it was just some sort of sliced whole turkey.
That's always good. You should try and smoke some, to be honest.
You put
Especially
is that
your...
with normal rolling paper, or is there a special paper you have to
you
use?
need the Indian chilum for it. It's a clay device. And you put it in, you roast that sucker well. Yeah. Just remember to break it up well before.
Well, it's true, you can smoke anything. I saw a whole program about it.
Yes. Well, they used to smoke corn silk. Yeah, and that also, they say that is kind of effective, but it, not like what I'm smoking right now.
No. Shouts out to Todd and also to Tammy. I know that Joss dropped in across on the Spreaker page. Hi guys, love from Joss and Tammy.
We've got Damiano Parisi also listening.
I love him. He's got the best name ever.
Rolls off the tongue.
It does. Say it again.
Damiano Parisi.
For your nightmare to be
There you go.
Italian speaking moda. Bella. What does that mean? I hope I'm not saying
Yeah, I don't think it'll bother anybody.
Bolognese.
Lasagna.
And again, to all of our French listeners, bonjour.
Ta gueule.
Je m'appelle DJ Joker.
Le livre est là. Le chat est petit.
I've just remembered we've got auto-generated captions, haven't we? We should be checking those out. I'd love to see what they think we're saying now.
See, I put them on the capture, and I haven't seen any on the stream whatsoever. I think they actually kind of like gave up on us.
When you said that,
I'm gonna
Jimmy
mess
Jane.
up this awesome stream. Oh, and they turned it off.
Yeah, don't break it. You're doing ever
We
so
shall
well.
have.
Panic Room, Morbid Curse. Yeah, why not? That was a bit of fun.
Sure. Alright, here we go. Sorry, cat. Maybe I should put like the camera on the cat that's asleep on the laptop.
Cat cam.
Yeah.
Which is
I
different.
love
No,
cat cam. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. You just like I did a time lapse today of the cat sleeping. And it was wonderful.
Did it move a bit?
Yeah. You caught him flinching and moving and stretching, and it was absolutely hilarious. It looked like a total cat.
Interestingly enough, the cat looked like a cat.
Totally looked like a cat.
It had 4 legs and a tail and was purring loudly. It was at this point I knew I was either looking at Satan or a cat.
Satan. They pray to Satan. They do. You ever seen a cat clean himself?
What was the film Constantine, wasn't it? And it says cats are already halfway there. I always like that. He needs to get to hell, so he has to look into the eyes of a cat. Cats are halfway there.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that we put a lot of effort into this stream this evening.
We have actually.
Yeah, it looks really good.
To the public.
What we need to do now is actually have some content, and
That would always be a good idea, but that's like, you gotta do stuff.
gotta do stuff.
Actually, next week I could make a point and be out in the street with the battery and a cable and walk around or something like that if you'd like content.
We could do Grand Theft Auto with Maz, and literally have guys walking around, but perhaps not stealing
I wish
cars.
I had the bike. The bike would be a solid, but I haven't gotten the bike yet because the people who talk like to talk and not deliver. So.
Oh, apparently Todd is saying in the chat box across on Facebook, Bella means beauty, I think. But, see,
Yes, Bella Bellissima.
but if you add I think on the end, I then have to question whether or not you actually know. And then some Italian guy is going, "Yo, called me Bella."
What do you call her, my mom?
Yeah, and then
You're not talking to my mom like that.
she cannot help her weight. She eats a lot of ice cream.
She just like it to sit around the house. What's the problem, huh?
Oh, it just remind me of that. Do you remember a song, "What's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect."
Yeah. It's a nice boy. Shut up in your face. Yeah. I see you've worked in the best clubs. I know.
Yes, one-hit wonders from the 80s.
Hey, there you go. You got the camera. Stop sleeping on the computer. There you go. Can't beat that.
Can't beat that with the baseball bat.
The vernacular used on this show, good sir. I do not approve.
We're all over the place. All over the place.
Yep.
Your write-ups are better than mine, aren't they?
Yeah, I am all over the place.
Kopimi Radio, the world's best mashups, bootlegs, remixes, and scholarly elaborations.
Yeah. You have to put that commercial on just for the giggle factor. It always breaks me. I just think about it. It's hilarious.
Everybody's got something to hide except me and my monkey.
Yes. I said the wise man. Kukukachu. Yeah.
Do you know, we're playing at the moment Like an Egyptian. It's the Vasa remix.
I hear that.
And it's all good. It's all good. But do you know what I really want right now? A great big slice of chocolate cake. That's what I want. That's what I could do with.
Dude. I'm solid. If you got one, you're the man. if you got one, you're the man. 07. Sorry, dear.
Bring me my cake. You know, the chocolate one.
The chocolatey one. Yeah.
Actually,
No finger drags like the last time.
You know when you've made it and you go, bring me some cake, and then a little voice says, would sir be liking the chocolate vanilla or indeed the banana? Sorry, the banana.
We got Matza throwing the Walk Like an Egyptian GIF with Steve Martin in the chat box. He's good with those GIFs. We used to play often.
Yep, you're just doing it on purpose, aren't you? So he's really good with GIFs, is what I'm hearing. GIFs. He's really good with GIFs. GIFs. Don't worry. I'll translate for the rest of the population because I know that you're having a problem pronouncing it properly.
It's these teeth I got in prison, man.
Why
must you always make fun of me?
What is it's the they actually interviewed the creator, and I must admit that the creator of GIFs this is, and he did actually say it's pronounced GIF. But I'm sorry, he's still wrong.
I know. But I agree with your argument that you'll forever argue. So I'm here for you, man. Like I told you once, I told you 100 times. No matter what anybody said, I still like you, man.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, dude. You're good people. You're good people.
So how is it going with the mental health treatment for you at the moment? Are you still seeing your psychiatrist on a regular basis?
Yeah, once a week on Sundays at 7. At Sundays at 7, we do a little bit of talking for a couple of hours, and yeah, the world seems to be a better place afterwards for a week.
A whole week, wow. Only works for me for about 24 hours.
Those will do, yeah.
What have I got in here? I've got the wine gun.
Those are good. Yeah. Serious addiction, though.
midget gems for me. I can eat a whole bag of midget gems like there's a green one.
Whoa, my favorite color.
I don't know what flavour green is, but
Yeah, it's a green one. It's like in the M&Ms, the green ones. They used to say that they make you horny.
really?
So yeah. So you go to a girl and you give her a green M&M and you wink at her. She's like, I'm not eating that. Used to be hilarious. Well, what's the difference between a green and a yellow one? It's the color. Yeah, the green makes you horny. Okay.
Here's a load of blue and yellow ones.
Yeah, we got a little Janie Houdat saying, giving Kopimi Radio a little bit of love.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Obviously, are they playing football in America at the moment? I don't know if they are. I don't know if they.
No, not yet. I think it's not cold enough. They do that when it gets like nasty weather. I remember.
Ah, right, okay. Because we've been without sport in the UK. We don't have sport right now. But as of next week,
I think it would be kind of funny to have them like run around in hazmat suits and really actually earn their own money. You know, that would be a funny sport.
I want to see them running around in Zorbs. You know, these big inflatable balls.
Well, yeah.
But professional
That would be
footballers
good too.
being paid a huge amount of money basically to roll around.
Yes, I'm for that. That should be like an Olympic sport. Okay, goodbye, beer. Okay.
Goodbye, beer.
I've also goodbye, beer. You're serving me well. On the way in and soon on the way out.
Why do you desert me so?
I have changed my herbal therapy to add oils too.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, I have.
A little bit of echinacea in with the mix.
Yeah. Oh, I love your terminology. How scholarly of you. See, it goes into our description. Very scholarly.
I did study for 19 years in Oxford. Not at the school. I was actually a road traffic police. Just looking at the road sign.
For the school.
Yeah. I used to have an ice cream van just outside.
I can tell that you gave the wildest description of the ice cream. So yes, now the truth is.
Hey, I've never thought of. You're right. Well remembered.
Hey, that was like the most awesome ice cream I've like had in a long time in my imagination. That was really good. You know, hey, double layered with the triple dip, with the wow, you know.
Damn skipping.
That's how a pedophile should make an ice cream for a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly too far, though. Possibly too far.
That's what just cost you your job, I guess, last week, that ice cream shop. They were like, oh shit.
It could have been maybe too much talking.
He remembers.
Yeah.
But that's not very...
I'm still really confused.
But again, it's not the first time, so yeah, tell me a story I haven't heard before.
Yeah, true that.
Well, I don't think they knew exactly what they were doing.
True that.
You know, not like we do, but you know, we're not supposed to. Right? We just why? Because here you go. No reason why. They got a reason why.
One day we'll be skipped. Wow, we let that person just go through our fingers. That's what they'll say.
I'm sure they all realize that. Hey, listen, you know, no matter how much you can deny it, originality is originality.
The thing is, what I want is to be paid a great deal of money first, and then for them to say, oh, we don't want any more. Not a problem.
Original, yeah. Trend, they call that a trend maker. After you're wealthy.
What's the thing?
But again, you know. Hey, listen, I know I go 2 hours, I sit in a chair, I talk with my shrink, we get a yacht drama, right, man. It's working.
It is crazy stuff. The bed of music we are talking over is called The Air I Breathe I thought it was going to be like a police cover mix it or something, but it's not. It's just a nice trancey sounding track by Richard Durand. That's with one D on the end instead of the T you sometimes get on Durand. There you go, a new different track. What else we got going on? Reset by Oxia, which is cattle cow. This ox is a cow. Help me out. For God's sake, this link is dying. You're not even saying anything. Help me.
Where's my net? Where's my net?
Like, at this point, you can tell that I'm struggling a little bit. You know, I need that kind of lifeline.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. We're having an easy time. Like, the technology is working, more or less, you know. Hello? Is there anybody in there?
Oh, thank you. I was down in the bottom of that hole. I am now back out.
You got the ladder help you? Good for you. Right, we can put that shit on eBay now.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy
Miss
stuff.
that sexy voice. Thank you, JD. Who dat? Who dat?
Who's she talking about, me or you?
I think it was you, but I just say thank you anyway, because, you know, hey, I just grab on for the ride.
I bet it's you.
Nah.
Yeah, it's got to
Hey,
be.
no.
It's just, yeah. Too many video feeds to keep track of. I don't know where anyone's talking or anything. I just want to put a like or a hey or
Why
something.
we should like always put the chat box link in the title so people could just like click on the Discord, and we should like refer them to look above your chat box. It's right there, kind of thing.
Makes life just a tiny bit easier.
Yeah, and then everybody could come in here and stick their stickers and their GIFs and all the other GIFs. Yeah, yes, my good man.
For legal purposes.
As Sir Joker says, GIF. There's nothing this. It will be denied.
Yeah, you're listening to DG Goker. And,
hey, I'll bet you that name ain't taken on Twitter. Watch.
a whole parody account with soft G's.
That sucker. Right? You don't have to preface that sucker with the real. You know. And DJ Joker is only the real DJ Joker. That's kind of the way you know that.
It is mad. Is your cat okay? It's not moved for a while.
No, she's good. She loves computer now. Like sleeping cat. Scratched it. And I have the other one like sleeping on the pillow, looking at me like all strange, like, you know, don't record me like you did yesterday. But I showed him the movie and he was looking too.
I could just imagine. Hang on a second. You've been taking pictures of me whilst I've been sleeping.
Meow. I will show you tonight. You got it.
I'm gonna be sleeping on your face tonight. You wait.
Yeah, of course. I expect nothing less of my opponent.
Although mine comes in the morning and licks the face and just basically claws me and then walks away again. It's not even...
Yeah, because you should know what to do by that point, right? I have not cooked you well enough.
Where is my food? Food.
Yeah, food me. That's why I did the DJ Cat Food. His real name is Startathanos.
Of course.
You know. Well, I think all the streams are going well and everything. I'm pretty happy tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
No major...
Let's talk about world events. That's always good, is a bit entertaining. What's happening in the world right now, apart from coronavirus?
My corona.
Yeah. So usually just go to trending and go, right, what are we talking about in the world of trending? And then let's have a
are we on Twitter trending, let's say, or Facebook trending, or like where are we?
What do you?
Where should I imagine that I'm looking?
Twitter trending, but obviously my trending would be very different to your trending.
Very different. Yeah. Let's compare trending.
Oh, so this is pretty cool. This is something local to me. So some people went to the centre of my town and they had a demonstration, as most people do these days on the weekend. That seems to be a thing to do, doesn't it?
Well, they have time, don't they?
Apparently so. You know, I was messing around with a computer and buying building materials, but hey. So they had pulled down a statue of a guy who apparently in the 1800s had something to do with the slave trade. I didn't know this. And so what they did then, they dragged
people in the 1800s had a lot to do with the slave trade.
So they dragged this statue and then they basically threw it into the local docks, into the water. Really? So it would sink. And they seemed very happy about that. There's actually a little video there on Twitter. So, it's one of those where you show me ignorance and I go, well, why did they do that? I mean, he's not going to be gutted or anything, is it? It's done.
No, quite the opposite. This is what I don't understand about like rioting and all the damage and stuff like that. I could understand like if you burn down police stations or police cars and stuff like that, that's legitimate. That's who your beef is. It should be against. But I don't know. Stores, statues, stupid shit. Like, I don't know.
Last night, J.K. Rowling. You know who J.K. Rowling is, don't you, man?
Yes.
Do you tell me who J.K. Rowling is? I just want to confirm that.
Oh Jesus, book faker.
You can hear him typing feverishly in Google right now.
Oh, you saw my brain going. You heard my brain going clickety clackety clickety click. That's how Google works in my mind.
So apparently she's upset the trans community because she said that she didn't have a word for people who menstruate, and then she made fun of that by saying different things of women. Of course, it's just a bizarre thing. But this is what people get upset about now. We don't get upset about the fact that there are major problems in the world. We get upset about whether people get their pronouns correct. So that's something much more important.
Well, this is the society that people falsely make for themselves, thinking that their feelings can't project shit.
Yeah.
And this is like basically one of the points of the project that we discussed on and off is that there's law and there's your feelings, which don't mean shit to anybody. And the sooner that people realize what they feel doesn't matter, the all better we can all get along.
So a couple of things. You almost quoted Margaret Thatcher word for word there. The only reason I know that is because I actually watched a Meryl Streep's film on The Iron Lady. I thought it was going to be about a robot, but it turns out it was about Margaret Thatcher. So I was kind of halfway through the film thinking, when's it going to start getting into science fiction? When she's going to turn into a giant robot?
Gen 2, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would expect.
Well, I was thinking like, the Iron Giant. So I'm thinking the Iron Giant. So I'm thinking, all right, it's going to be like that, but maybe a female version, something like the Iron Lady. This is going to be pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it had a bit of a wacky Meryl Streep picture on the front, and I thought, whatever.
What does she have to do with it?
Yeah, anyway, I watched the whole thing, and it's got nothing to do with robots. Anyway, it's about Margaret Thatcher, and there were some quotes that she gave that I do remember growing up and hearing some of her speeches and stuff. But she did mention that it's not about what people feel. It doesn't matter what people feel. It's about what's right. And it's kind of like, wow.
Well, there's law and there's feelings that nobody should give a shit about, and policies that nobody should give a shit about either, because it's not legal. It's not law.
Yeah.
People don't get that. You don't have the right. Watch me.
Who is it who famously tweeted, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
Exactly. You could be offended as much as you want. You're still fucking wrong. And I hope you're extra offended on that. You're knowing that you're wrong. Yeah, politically correct. I don't know who invented that crap. I don't know where the myth about like the public and what you can do and anything. This has been the point of amazement for me. Like, how could people actually think this kind of garbage, and where did it come from? Because a meme, you could chase that down on the internet. These weird beliefs and what's public and private and stuff like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, you being as a person who photographs stuff, should understand the irony of the cops coming up to you
I
like,
knew
why
there
are you
was a
taking
word for
pictures?
that. I knew there was a word for someone who photographs stuff, you know? Because when you introduce people and say, hey, this is DJ Joker, he photographs stuff. If only there was a word, you know, that describes that act
Exactly.
of
The
taking
police
pictures.
don't even know. The
It's,
police don't even know.
it's a crazy thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It is insane. The police don't even have a word for it. I think they call it a terrorist or something like that, but it's almost impossible to make that tag stick, but they still haven't discovered. That's what I do for a living. Like, what? You know, I have the right of profession. You ever hear of that? Like, I could do what I want. Yes. Crazy, just crazy. Sony, where do they think they have any right? Like, again, you know, it's typical, and they know the law, and they're just being like, oh yeah, we got muscles, watch this.
It's great. You'd like a wind-up toy that should just wind you up and let you go. It's brilliant.
Well, I mean, you know, I just like copy paste. I got like a standard thing, and I challenge you. I put my copyright on it. I challenge you. Fuck you.
So
on Facebook, every argument I win, I won 1 out of 30 on YouTube, which means that the 30 are totally legal, but they want my telephone number so I could like readdress the wrongful issue. So that's a little bit too far. One of those I actually won.
Did they?
One of them I actually won. A lot of them I still haven't heard back, but one of them I actually won. So that's pretty good. So it's the same company on the same show stops you on every channel that you broadcast. So I clear like 12 of them, and all of a sudden tomorrow like 12 more pop up, and it's the same thing, just a different channel or whatever. Okay, same thing again. There you go. You know, hey man.
Super crazy stuff. I have a question for you. Do you remember your homework from about 2 shows ago?
Yeah, you said we talked about movies.
We did.
Right?
Yeah. Well done. Well done. What was your homework?
Well, last week I wanted to indulge you and say that I actually had them on hard disk, but but somebody did not want to participate in date night and made it an issue where there shouldn't have been one. so that kind of, it got put on the back burner. But yes, they're both on hard disk. I've done my homework. I'm a man of my word. You've learned that. And I have them both, and they're just waiting for the opportunity to be recognized as the masterful works that DJ Joker thinks that they are.
Right.
There you go.
Brilliant. Well done. So we're not talking about that today.
Shit. More material. Give it away.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on your side, man.
It's kind of, I told you what to do. I told you what our subject would be. Your chosen subject is, you just didn't do it. I mean, that's basically what you did there. But at least we know they're on your hard drive. Well done. You're halfway there.
I'm really heartbroken now, man.
You just literally got to, like, you know, double click it. It will open up in VLC. You'll go.
Well, I know that. See, last week there was an opportunity for date night, and it didn't happen, and that was the plan, to sit and watch the movie. You get what I'm saying? With ice cream and stuff.
Sometimes
But didn't happen, man. And
all I wanna do is
it's okay. I still got that.
Brilliant.
sometimes I can't.
That's not the homework that you were talking about. I should have watched them, I know, like independently and said fuck it, but I'm still trying to be alright. You know, I pull this out of my pocket like, hey baby, I just thought of you special.
You know, you just, every now and again you come across something that's just mildly entertaining. You think, I wish someone else would watch this so that I can tell them that, and they can agree with me that it's mildly entertaining.
I was gonna say that after. No, DJ Joker made me do it.
Why aren't you fixing the fence?
Info at DJ Joker. Yeah, I plan on watching the Beatles one first.
Yes. That's the one that
Yeah.
I think would be good.
I thought worst case scenario, I'll get the other one with Junior sometime in the week when he gets off of work. And I'll get him on a late night. We'll do the Jackie Chan shit, because we've done Jackie Chan festivals and stuff before.
Oh, one to avoid that I've watched in the last couple of days. Operation Condor kind of 2. Which
No, you gave me the Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, absolutely, which is the foreigner.
That's the...
Yeah, that's fine, watch that, but don't watch Operation Condor 2, it's crap.
I will not then. I'm not a big movie watcher. I don't have like a whole lot of patience because I get them really quick because I have an imagination.
Yeah. Well, I don't think...
I'm sure these two will do justice. I'll even like do popcorn and either that or whiskey sours or something like that. Yeah, hey man, enjoy it. Why not?
Why not both?
There you go. You got to start someplace though. So it's either start with an opportunity or Junior will be over during the week sometime and we'll do the Jackie Chan. And that's always good. Like Jackie Chan. I love the old Jackie Chan. I've been a fan of his since there's been Jackie Chan.
Well, at the very end, the only worthwhile bit about the film I just told you not to watch is that at the very end, there is like a cut of all of his stunts right at the end. I say all of them, all of the best
generally
ones.
in the movies, that's what the good part of the movie used to be. It's the end, be all the mess ups and all the crashes and yeah.
But yes, and they show all of that. They show him like breaking his ankle and splitting his head open. His guts falling out on the floor, but he gets back up and he just sort of rubs himself a bit and then just does it again.
Give me some Tiger Bomb on that.
Although what I find really hilarious is the fact that they dub his voice, but he actually dubs his own voice. So instead of speaking English in the film, he doesn't, and then he gets back to the studio and goes, right, now I'm going to do it in English. It's brilliant.
That's funny.
Clever
That's
too.
Very funny.
Very clever too.
That's what they used to do to him before he knew how to talk English. Very athletic.
Superhuman-like even.
Yeah.
Superhuman-like
even the bad lip sync and stuff used to be like half of the attraction of those really bad Hong Kong movies.
Yeah, I mean, if you start looking at the really, really old kung fu films like, the 36 Temples of Shaolin or whatever it is.
Shaolin, all those old style series.
I mean, I have to say, that particular one I've just named, which is wrong. It's called the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, a 1978 film. Highly recommend it because if you like Jackie Chan, there's a guy in this whose name
I'm sure you could MDB the picture. You remember.
I'm looking now.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. The internet makes that kind of stuff easy, even if you don't have to go.
Shaolin San Shi Li Fang. Obviously, just rolls off the tongue.
No, you didn't even stumble on that.
Shai He Lu, who is like a bald-headed Chinese guy, and he's been in quite a few things actually. But this particular film, there are some of the training scenes that they do, and if I've not mentioned it to you before, and just for the pure entertainment value, the Crippled Avengers. Again, it's just the premise of the storyline in itself is hilarious. But basically, all of these guys come to a bit of a. It comes to a stick. They all come to a sticky end because they tangle with the local boss, and so each of them, like, one gets his legs cut off, one gets his arms cut off, one of them gets brain damage, and then they all retrain with new disciplines based on their new strengths, stroke disabilities. And it's called The Crippled Avengers, and it's the most hilarious and stupid storyline ever, but actually really entertaining. However, if you want to watch someone who is really, really amazing in a kung fu film, the 36 Chamber of Shaolin, 1978. That's my recommendation. So you're going to end up getting back to some films at this rate, guys. Just saying.
There you go. All right, listen, man. Old school. Just imagine going down to Times Square on Saturday or Sunday, and you get like a triple feature, and you got 3 movies, and you get in there all day long, and you know, kung fu movie and a horror movie and another like Space Invader alien kind of movie, and away you go, man. And all for a couple of dollars.
And you had change for popcorn and a tram ride home.
Video arcade. Used to be a wild time around 42nd Street. It's all sterilized in Gap-ish and M&M store now.
The Rock is the third most backed presidential candidate behind Biden and Trump. What? I didn't know The Rock was running.
Oh,
I'm going to move to America and do my whole.
Trouble. You gotta smell what The Rock is cooking now.
I know you could smell what the president is cooking, wouldn't you? And the people's elbow really would be the people's elbow.
Well, I mean, you know, Reagan kind of opened the door for all the other deviants to join the club, so once an actor gets in, there goes the neighborhood.
To be fair, though, I mean, everyone sort of talks about it, but didn't Reagan only ever, make, one film? And it's like, oh yeah, he's an actor. He made one film.
Yeah, well, Bedtime for Bonzo, but he was in also a lot of army propaganda, we would call it, from back in the day and stuff like that. He was a known person in Hollywood.
He was known to the Hollywood elite.
Yes, and then he got all politico and became governor like Arnold did.
But...
And the only reason why Arnold can't be president is he wasn't born in the United States. That's it.
I know.
I mean, even after marrying a Kennedy, he couldn't be president.
They should have changed the law for that, just like they did in Demolition Man. That was actually a premise in the storyline, President Schwarzenegger, because they changed the law. It's almost, when he became the governor, it was like, is this actually happening? Are we in the Demolition timeline like that? Are we actually going to witness this?
I'm sure he tried to, no faking. I'm sure he.
I would be a great president. Who is your daddy in that
Who's your dad?
Who's your dad? I'm going to punch you in the stomach. Although I do sound more like the who is it? The Simpsons version of President Schwarzenegger. I was born to lead, not to lead.
I haven't watched the Simpsons in quite a while, but they are. I do understand they are extremely pathetic. So they are a clock in the future times, to be honest.
Sometimes there's some fakes. There are some fakes, though. Have you seen some of the fake pictures of things going on? It's like the Simpsons predicted it. It's like, no, they didn't, because I've seen every Simpson episode and I'm pretty good with my Simpson lore.
I remember Trump coming down the escalator.
Yeah, that was true.
You can't say that you don't. Okay, see, there are things in The Simpsons that do, boom, they're like a time shot ahead of time. It's interesting. Like, did you know that NASA says that they admit to at least knowing one alternate universe, but they're going backwards and we're going forwards?
Shit.
By way of a neutrino kind of knowledge particle that passes up through Earth and not down through, again, a whole bunch of... But I mean, physics always said that there are at least 8 different ones right now that, are as far away from you as your skin is from you. Quantum physics is awesome.
I have to say, that's very interesting.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of... I don't have any spooky bed music. I've only got my epic music. I actually wish I had some sort of Twilight Zone-esque background music, just so I could drop that in there.
I would always think that the Jason would be good.
That's very good. That was very good, actually. That's
quite professional.
Yeah.
On this really bad microphone. I gotta figure out a better way to hook up to the better quality microphone.
That will be the next feat. I mean, well, when we upgrade you from tin cans and string, and we get you into a digital
little
world.
by little, man. Little by little.
Oh,
It's all good until the laptop says no, and then you got to be like, all right, well, watch this. Your no means nothing to me. I'm used to this.
absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I do love the whole alternate universe type thing. I watched a film. I watched a film called Coherence very recently. It is a bit of a mind bend, to be honest. But
I like that kind of stuff.
bear with me. This is the premise of the film. There's a comet going overhead, and when the comet goes overhead, it kind of screws reality just a bit. And basically, people are in this house having a dinner party, and then all the power goes off. So they go and walk outside, and there's a house in the distance, and it's got the lights on. So a couple of them go up to say, hey, can we use your phone, blah, 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 sort of thing. But it turns out that house also has 8 people in there having a dinner party who look just like the people in their house who's having a dinner party. And then there are millions of different kind of variations. Basically what happens when they leave the house and they go to what they think is their house again, that's actually someone else's house, so they don't actually end up in their original houses.
Yeah. I get this. Quantum physics at work, yes.
It is one of those where it's kind of, it was the slowest starting film ever. Half an hour in and you're kind of thinking, okay, great, so they're drinking wine, they've just got to the dessert course, nothing's happened.
That's the typical English style of like procrastination.
It was an American film. Just point. I'm
really?
just going to whack that in there. Boom,
They
mic
copied
drop.
it and did it then. Yes.
Goddamn Yanks.
Damn. Really, right?
Anyway, so films with me. You need, it's one of these. You watch it. It's an hour and a half. You get to the end. It's a bit kind of, from a writing point of view, you know where it's going to go. I won't spoil it. But you know where it's going to go once they do the character development. But getting there is interesting, and there is a few moments of, he's not from the original house. He's from another house, and he's actually just lied. Why is he lying? I mean, yeah. So there's a bit of that going on. So that's a bit of a thrill
it sounds
thing.
very, very Triffidy kind of.
If you're into Triffids,
well,
yeah.
Well, they were like, that was an awesome movie. Come on, man. That was well done.
I watched that when I was a child, and admittedly, I was a bit scared of plants for a while, just in case. It didn't help. It didn't help that Mum used to have snapdragons in the garden, and if you squeeze the side of snapdragons, they actually talk to you. They open their mouths like a dragon. Hence the reason snapdragon. Anyway, so there was a moment of Triffids, because they've got mouths. They open and close.
There you go. That's the right way to think. I believe that.
And so Janie never actually came back on to tell us who she was referring to.
I guess that would be the quandary for next week. We'll have to leave everybody wondering.
Yeah, we're going to have to give a you can't listen unless you qualify who you were talking about, which is quite good.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I see. I'm looking at I know why I can't see, because it's on your Mazanga page as opposed to Kopimi page. That's
You're
why.
on. Oh, yeah. I said it's on my page.
That's why.
It's on the Restream does my personal page, and you're doing the group page and all that.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm bored. Bored.
Put the needle on the record.
Yeah.
Make something up and amuse us.
Make something up.
Yeah, come on, Mr. DJ. I am what I play. I am the DJ. I am the DJ. Ahoo!
Built around 2 turntables, a mixer, and vinyl. Today's clubs are built on
That's what he said.
just plugging up his laptop. So
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's
a different sound with vinyl. It's not as
Well,
loud
yeah.
with vinyl. Some knows that, but you can go up there.
Get a little Superman folder.
Your first load. We're back in.
There was a joke about apparently Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile is actually trending on Twitter at the moment.
A disc.
I did.
a disc
Yeah, apparently someone said, you know,
Bed or something like that.
for a very long time.
jockey.
What else could go wrong? I know. Let's get him trending on Twitter. What?
Jockey, a disc jockey, a disc jockey.
His cigars.
Brazil has stopped publishing key COVID-19 stats as outbreak woe continues in the world's second worst hit nation. So that's after us then, obviously. Welcome to the UK.
Really, so what? The UK beat Italy per capita?
I think so, yeah.
Jockey.
Yeah, I mean, we are very proud. Penny Lane. Why is Penny Lane actually trending? My name is Penny Lane. You may have heard of me. The Beatles wrote a song about me. Get over yourself, wherever you are. No, they didn't. There you go. That was easy, wasn't it?
Is that the Penny Lane that's in my ears and in my heart?
Yes. There's a barbershop at the end.
Days Love.
Penny Lane. I had to do that, sorry. There's always one eclectic phrase in the Beatles song.
Oh, I see why it's trending now.
Back in
Penny Lane was named after an 18th century slave.
The song or the lane?
The Lane. I don't know. The song wasn't. I don't think that.
So now I need to know the rationale behind the song. You get it? Because if the Beatles knew, they were far smarter than we guesstimated that they were.
I think there's a barber shop showing photographs on every head that he's ever shaved. So that's a thing. And people stop and say hello. Okay, but there's nothing in there so far. We're doing okay. On the corner there's a banker with a motor car. Yeah, little children laugh at him behind his back. The banker never wears a Mac. In the pouring rain.
Pouring rain. That's very strange.
Very strange. Penny Lane's is in my ears and my eyes. Some cream for that.
There you go.
Blue suburban skies. I sit back. There's a fireman with an hourglass. His pocket and portrait of the Queen. That's good. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. Clean machine. Anyway, what's in there? 4 fish and finger pies. Roundabout. There's a pretty nice poppies. No, there's absolutely nothing in there which makes me think that there's a problem. Although, Jesus Christ, there's a giant hand on your camera.
There you go. Just a hand messing with the keyboard.
In this country, we used to have Gordon the Gopher. You would literally be naked Gordon the Gopher right now. He was a bit of a hand puppet.
I got you. I remember you used to have a hand puppet.
I think I tried it once.
I remember that. That was very funny.
I did consider buying a proper one. Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah. Just
Someone to hold, someone to care, someone who's there. I'm trying to find someone who's me, knows how I be, is tweaking for me. I don't wanna be lonely.
I think next week, if you tune in next week, listeners and viewers, next week I'll give a bit more thought to the actual music and structure of the show.
Yeah, this is just a test of the public broadcasting system. Yeah. Sure. If they believe it, why not?
There we go. I'll just take care of that there. If you look at the video, you'll see what I've just done.
I'm looking for someone, I'm looking for someone, I'm looking for someone, I'm looking for someone, I'm looking for someone to care, someone who's there.
Ja.
It's so that people don't get too excited when they come across the video and go, oh brilliant, they're on, and they go, oh wait, no, it's just a test.
Only a test. Oh, what a bummer. And we thought this was real.
M6 in Coventry is closed due to protests. I want to see.
I've been watching a lot of that.
I want to see a headline where it says protests have been stopped because of protests. Bizarre, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know what?
What are you protesting against? Protests. Down with protests. What are you doing? Protesting, right? Protests.
That's what the cops do, though. They protest at your protest.
No. The cops just do this kind of battle royal thing, don't they? Is that a 75-year-old man? Bring it on! Here comes the people's elbow.
Yeah. I saw quite a few. There's stuff that just ain't right. So.
Although in this country we had a police officer, a mounted police officer, clothesline themselves on a traffic light.
Well, you know what? Vengeance shall be mine, saith the Lord, and the traffic light. Yes.
Strike it down with great vengeance and furious anger.
Yes. I do not dine on this wine. Best line ever. Who's that wall belong to? Me. What's your name, bad motherfucker?
Brilliant film.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Who would have known that John Travolta would have turned into like such a lunatic watching him like start his...
There was someone else lined up for that film. I watched a really good documentary about the first 6 Tarantino films.
Yeah.
And one of the things they tell you is with regards to who the actors would have been, who was available and who wasn't.
I love that stuff.
And Travolta was not his first choice anyway. And then they basically ended up, oh no, it was the guy who was in Reservoir Dogs, you know, the guy who cut the police officer's ear off. His name I can never bloody remember. It's like Michael Michelson or something.
You know my weakness is in names, not in the pronunciation.
Only I could spell Reservoir for Reservoir Dogs, I would be able to tell you who it is.
Reservoir.
Yes. Oh, it's Reservoir.
You need your English more than I do. You type on papers and stuff and
Michael Madsen.
Crap like that.
So Michael Madsen was, in actual fact, his first choice to play Johnny Vega. And he wasn't available for some reason. He was doing something else. And so that's how John Travolta ended up getting... yeah, so just kind of useless information. It's brilliant.
Well, it works when you need it, right?
Yeah. So, but then you go backwards. Once you see, because the thing is, lots of people watch Pulp Fiction not realising that wasn't the first Tarantino film. And then you go backwards and watch the other films, and you kind of go, wow.
Yeah. But you're right. It's very different. You know.
Although I don't know how far along you are in the Tarantino world, but
I stopped at some point. I was like, yeah, okay.
Kill Bill.
You probably no, I didn't do that. See that? That's where it stopped. Kill Bill.
Django, amazing. If you've not seen Django, that is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. But they all are. They're all good in their own way. You know, the fact how he sets things in different time frames, and then he nails it. Yep. I mean, Inglourious Bastards
he does know what he's doing, and I'd like actually to see him do something that wasn't in his own, let's say, personal box of tricks.
The thing is,
I dare to do that, to step out of his little personal box of tricks.
They said the problem is he knows so much about films, and he watches. I mean, you know, apparently people say to him things like, I know about films and this, that, and the other, and he apparently just lets them talk, and then go, right, let me tell you what I know, and then he just blows them away. But you see, he pinches really good bits from other films and then mixes them into his films. Of course.
Like always said, nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying?
No new ideas. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But he does it in a more respectful way. It is a tribute to that film as opposed to...
Yes, he does look at that point of tribute, because again, he understands the films and he's doing the homage in his own kind of words, but again, he works in a certain violent type of genre, and I like him to do something else instead of, you know what I mean? Change, you know? okay, you do this really well. Let's see versatility.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I think if you look at the different time frames in history where he decided to make those films, they are. I mean, yeah, Inglourious Basterds, World War II, the two westerns, Hateful Eight and Django. He's just done this last one he did, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that's 70s, I think. That kind of time frame, maybe late 60s even. I'm not quite sure. 60s, 70s, around about there somewhere. So I think, from a time frame point of view, he absolutely nails it. I mean, let's see him do a medieval one. Let's see Tarantino's next medieval film.
Well, that would be like seriously, like however badass Reservoir Dogs was in the oh shit factor, because there was quite a bit of oh shit factor.
But how are they going to get Samuel L. Jackson in there to say motherfucker?
You know what? Igor the Viking will show up, man. You know what I mean? Again, yeah, it's a movie, I wouldn't be surprised. That would be extremely freaking violent, because, man, swords are nasty.
Well, that's what they're designed for, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's the brutal truth.
So I've heard, anyway. Spiral Rabbit has just popped in over on Spreaker, and is basically just rushed to get here to catch the end. So, wow, that's a fan right there, isn't it?
Yo, Spiral Rabbit, yes.
Big ups in the place. We'd give you a green M&M.
Nice callback.
Yeah, or maybe two blues and two yellows. I don't know, something like that.
Skillful. Yeah, for a nice time.
I've never heard that. I'm going to have to do research on that now. That's the most what the...
Sure. But you gotta wink and you gotta mean it. That's scared.
You've got to do that. That's part of the whole process. A little.
That is, I was having an and you wink. And either they understand, or they'll ask you, "What are you winking for?" And then you tell them the green one.
Yeah. Although there was a couple of years ago, don't eat the blue ones. They made a Beatles one. Fact. That's how they got the pigment.
Juice that was made out of the Beatles wing. But again, that's how they got bug juice. They used to call it bug juice in the early 50s, 60s, something like that. And yeah, they even, the Tuareg used those kind of beetles to dye their cloths that they were in the purple.
Yep. Crazy.
Well known.
What a world we live in.
Yep.
Science with Maz and Joker.
Not just history.
If you mix blue and yellow, you'll get green. Thank you. Now, if you look at this diagram behind me, you will see I've drawn a pie chart of the levels of different inferences of chemical reaction required in order to make this happen.
Yeah. I like Science Joker.
I've been watching this GIF of the walk like an Egyptian thing for the past 5 minutes and wondering is he going to do something else, but it's on a loop, isn't it? So
yes, it is. Steve Martin, that was King Tut. He had a song called King Tut.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just when you think you know something.
That was even before the walk like an Egyptian. So he was like the bringer back of the craze back when King Tut exhibit was in New York in the museums and all that kind of stuff in the late 70s, mid 70s. Good musician though.
Yeah, he can play the little guitar thing, isn't he?
Banjo, yeah. Very proficient. Kind of like his movies too.
There are some good ones. Leap of Faith, House Sitter, Roseanne.
A lot of good ones. Very funny dude. Like his dry kind of obnoxious morosity.
What's it? Mixed Nuts. That's up there. Mixed Nuts is a very good one. Based on an actual, what's it? You know the things where people go to watch things. Theatre like a play. It was basically it's a one set play, and then they turned it into a film and did a very good job on it.
Excellent.
I'm full of
Did
great
they try to
information.
keep it like as one set kind of thing, or?
Yeah, well, there was a couple of outside shots which they didn't have, just to make it just a bit more interesting.
Because I'm sure I've seen it. I've seen so many freaking movies. It's ridiculous. But I used to pride myself in movies, especially black and white. I think that's color.
This is Christmas film.
In the final analysis, like guys know something. Yeah, those closed captions are kind of rule. But they move on the screen, so I'll get it better.
It's worth watching just for the closed captions, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what? Awesome adventure. Not only that, I'm sure, like, if there was more chat going on, we could, because I've seen there are a couple of applications that I can restream a chat box, let's say, on my video stream here, like, well, I don't know if you'll see this, but all of a sudden on your view meters, I have like this gray box, and if people were talking in the Twitch chat, you could read the Twitch chat scrolling, and there's one for YouTube, like I have in the Discord chat. There's a bot in there that's the restream, so if anybody types in any of the restream channels, we should get it in the main chat box.
It's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Forwards the chat onto another chat, so you know that someone's chatted in the chat. On the chat.
Well, I mean, because we go out to so many different places, it's kind of good. At least the places that you can't always watch, you can see if somebody says something. You know?
Yep, no, I'm with that, definitely. So,
like
yeah.
At least try and funnel all the complaints into one place.
So just tweet at RFNUK, and I'll be more than happy to help you. That's what I do anyway.
So, like, what did song? I bet you somebody actually listened. And I blew your chances. It's me and my big mouth. No, nobody was listening except for that F-bomb that idiot dropped. I don't know who he was, but you know what?
Nothing to do with me. Someone hacked my stream.
Exactly. But the restream looks really good. It's getting a good bit rate. I'm like scraping like 90% CPU, so that should be good.
It's amazing.
30 frames a second, but at 540, so that's all right. Look good, sounds good.
Yeah, you know what it is? Normally we would jump on something funny, but there's nothing funny in the world right now. I'm literally just going, let's have a quick look. There's something funny here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's something amusing about that COVID.
Yes. Oh wait, so there's a meteor
So
headed.
how much longer are you guys under jackfruit orders for like relinquish your freedoms and stay indoors because the Reaper is out there?
Well, we still have to. Well, we don't stay indoors now. We're allowed out, but we have to stay a certain distance from each other, unless you are shielding, and then you still have to stay inside. So shielding are basically people who will definitely contract the disease if they come into contact with it, and then have a bad reaction. So yeah, that's their kind of thing, really.
Nice. So are you back to work that everybody could go out freely about their lives?
Nope. We're still, you know. Well, it depends what sector in the universe you're in. You know, if you work.
Well, I understand that.
If you work in a shop, then generally that sort of starts to happen in a few days' time. But if you're not, then no.
Here, everything pretty much is back to normal. People wear masks outside, but again, the trains are the only thing that isn't working, so the traffic is like absolutely freaking insane.
Look at all of these ugly people, they're all wearing masks.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Sure. And people used to get harassed for not wearing masks. Like, why in the wintertime the cops come over, oh, your face is covered. Like, yeah, it's fucking freezing cold. You know, you're kidding me.
There's a guy I watch on YouTube, and he's a horror movie fan. And he goes to the shops literally wearing like horror masks, like the Jason hockey mask and stuff. I was like, whoa. And the Mike Myers mask. So I suppose we're coming to the end of the evening where we would normally say things like, hey, thanks for tuning in, it's been fun. But I don't know. Is the honest answer. The world is weird.
Yes, it is. Don't let the man get you down. He's an asshole.
So, next week we're going to have subjects to talk about. We're going to address the playlist.
Okay.
And then we'll be in a better place, I think. But we know the technology works, so that's one big tick.
Yes. We're in the right direction.
Yes, we've moved left considerably.
Yes. I approve.
So if you have enjoyed this week's show, tell us. If you haven't, don't.
RFMUK, yeah.
Yeah, we don't care. Obviously. But yeah, it's great to have people on board as well. So if you have got on board this evening, thank you so much. Yeah, we shall see you again next week from 7 PM. We know this works, so we're going to make something interesting happen. Maz is going to do some Grand Theft Auto, and we're going to tell him where to go. Out in the countryside. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Get your walking shoes on, Maz. You're going to be doing some miles.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Walk up and down the beach.
So we're going, basically. This is us going. So have a lovely week, everyone. We'll catch you next week.